Welcome you all to yet another interesting video. I am Sundar from Canary Capital Solutions. The topic what we are going to see today is how is the economy faring, especially in a situation when we are experiencing the second wave of COVID. So where are we today? So we are actually caught between the fear and the hope. What is the fear? The fear is the second wave of COVID has already started happening, and today the numbers have actually crossed 1,75,000 per day infections in India, which is very large. And the next thing is, will there be any lockdown like what we had in the previous year? So these are the two major fears which are running in everyone's mind. Of course, it is definitely a time to be very cautious and to be very sensible when it comes to taking care of our health. Similarly, there are some hope things also. When the COVID started affecting last year, everyone was caught on surprise, right from the governments to the health department to the citizens. Everyone was caught unaware. But today the situation is much better. The governments know what to do, the medical system know what to do, and even the citizens know how to protect themselves. So today definitely we are in a much better situation compared to what was there last year. The next biggest hope is, when the last year it stuck, there was nothing called as vaccination of anything of that sort. But today, as we speak, the world has already started vaccinating its citizens, and many countries are doing very well, including India. So as we speak, we've already crossed about 10% of our population in terms of vaccinating. US has vaccinated more than 50% of its citizens. So that way, vaccination drive is also going, and there are a lot more vaccinations also to hit the market. So that way, hopefully, the entire world also will get vaccinated in the next 6, 8, 10 months or so. So that way, it will be a good relief. Another important thing is, will there be a lockdown kind of a situation like what happened last year? Looks like it is not going to be, because today we have got better systems to tackle. And hopefully, if it does not go out of proportion, I think we might not have the same kind of lockdown like what we saw last time. So these are some of the hope items, and hope that these things actually play out. So the chart I am showing here clearly indicates that during the last year, the business activity, the economic activity actually came to a standstill. So from 100% economic activity, we actually fell to as low as about 40-45%. And from there, we slowly and steadily recovered, and we are almost back to 98%. And now in the last couple of weeks, there have been some kind of lockdowns or some kind of restriction in some pockets of the country. Some kind of disturbance have started happening in the economy, but definitely not as worse as what we saw last year. So that's definitely a good sign. So there is a lot of pessimism, there is a lot of anxiety, there is a lot of negative news all around. So we are flooded with negative news. So definitely I'm not going to flood you with more negative news. Rather, I'm going to tell you some positive news which will give you some kind of hope so that we can actually tide through this. The GST collections have actually hit a record high of about 1.24 lakhs per month, which is like superb. So that means the underlying economy is much more better today than what it was some time back. The push towards infrastructure is also working. Today, on an average, we are laying about 37 kilometers per day road construction, which is also doing very well. The business sentiment is actually hit a decadal high. So these are some of the latest very, very positive news which are already available, but we are actually having more negative news, or the reputation of negative news is much more than the positive news. So definitely it is a time to be very cautious in terms of taking care of your health, but economy is actually not as bad as we actually think, because some of the indicators are actually much better. And let's hope that this COVID does not go out of proportion and we are able to control it with all our cooperation. I think we should be able to tide over this problem. So as an investor, what should you be doing? Markets have started becoming a lot more volatile than what it was some time back. So As an investor, the best sensible thing today is definitely not staying away from the market, because during negative news only, as investors you should be very very active to get into the market so that you can actually get some better bargains. So the best thing to do today is to invest either through a SIP route or through a STP route, so that you can actually average your entry points and maybe you can actually get some good entry points. Like today, every investor wants a pre-COVID kind of a situation so that actually everyone can invest. I don't know whether that number will come, but as and when there is negative news, whenever market gives you an opportunity, I think these are some of the best times, which are one of the best times to invest. Time and again, history has proven that whenever markets have fallen because of some negative news, people who have daringly invested have always made money. So the best and the most sensible way is to invest through a SIP or a STP route, or invest in some kind of a dynamic asset allocation kind of fund, so that you can actually de-risk your overall investment, so that the fund manager has the ability to move money between debt and equity and reduce your overall risk and get a very good risk adjusted return. So to summarize, negative news is a friend when it comes to investing. So we are in that kind of a situation today. Volatility will always exist in the market. We need to accept both the up and down in the market equally. Always take a professional help who can actually understand this situation and guide you through this phase. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this. The next video, what we are going to see is spend and enjoy. So that's the topic we are going to see in the next video. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Canary Capital Solutions, and please don't forget to press the bell notification icon. Thank you for watching.